For decades, a serial predator terrorized entire communities. He broke into homes at night, watched his victims, and vanished without a trace. Police had a name for him, the Golden State Killer. But for over 40 years, no one knew who he was, until one breakthrough changed everything. Between the 1970s and 1980s, a series of crimes spread across California. At first, investigators believed they were dealing with different criminals: a burglar, a rapist, a murderer. But over time, a pattern began to emerge. It was the same man, careful, organized, and impossible to catch. Investigators collected evidence, fingerprints, witness statements, and eventually, DNA. But at the time, DNA technology was limited. There was no match in any database. The killer remained unidentified. Years passed, then decades. The case went cold. Then, decades later, a new investigative method began changing cold cases forever. Genetic genealogy. Instead of looking for direct matches in criminal databases, investigators began searching public genealogy databases. Looking for relatives, building family trees, and narrowing down suspects. In 2018, investigators made a breakthrough. The DNA led them to a man named Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer, living quietly in a suburban neighborhood. For decades, he had lived an ordinary life while hiding a dark past. Authorities began tracking him, collecting discarded DNA and comparing it to evidence from the original crimes. The match was confirmed. After more than 40 years, the Golden State Killer had finally been identified. In April 2018, Joseph James DeAngelo was arrested. The case shocked the nation. Dozens of victims, decades of fear. Finally, answers. In 2020, Joseph James DeAngelo pleaded guilty to multiple charges. He was sentenced to life in prison, ending one of the longest-running investigations in American history. The Golden State Killer case changed the future of criminal investigations. Genetic genealogy became a powerful tool, helping solve cold cases around the world. But it also raised questions about privacy and how far technology should go. For decades, the Golden State Killer was a ghost, invisible, untouchable. But in the end, science caught up, and a mystery that once seemed impossible to solve finally had a name. If you want more real crime investigations and deep dives, subscribe to Crime Watch Uncovered, because sometimes the truth takes years to find.